Wishing all our racing patrons good luck for the sixth extra day of the winter races. We start the race preview. The highraces.com plate. We have four runners: Ivanhoe, Malibu, Mysterious Angel, and Silver Lining. They all ran in race number 173. This race is for maiden horses 3-year-olds only. So running fifth was Ivanhoe, who was ridden hard, whereas Malibu, the front runner, started to pack off when Beauty Blaze came with a very powerful surge to overall the Malibu and run away with a margin of 6 3/4 of a length, settling into second Malibu, whereas Ivanhoe finished on fifth. Mysterious Angel warmed up very late to finish fourth. From ninth position at the turn, she has come and finished on fourth, whereas Silver Lining, on the other hand, did not show much interest in the race, finishing far away eighth behind Beauty Blaze. Winner was too good. That was Beauty Blaze, who won it by 6 3/4 of a length. Consistent performance by Malibu, twice second. Number 2, Protocol. Number 3, SOORYA VAHAN. Number 9, Virangna. They all ran in race number 176, which was won by the Akhanda. Just Akhanda ridden hard, whereas look at Virangna finishing well, but packed off. The one to improve was SOORYA VAHAN for a short while. Then that runner on the very wide outside did not muster well. Whereas one more runner, Protocol, who pulled up lame after the race. So we cannot expect much performance by this runner last time because it pulled up lame. Number 4 is Star Medal, ran in race number 150 over 7 furlong. Consistency maintained well by this runner earlier to this run. Twice second. Second by 4 lengths to Almas. Second by 3.5 to The Image. But here was never in the hunt over a 7 furlong trip, finishing in the ruck 8th out of 14 runners behind Sensibility. Chardin ran in race number 165, where it finished 10 to Ashwa Shirwal. Too good on the day was Ashwa Shirwal, who won it by 4.5 lengths on a start to finish bid. Extended well to a good win of 4.5 lengths, whereas Chardin, on the other hand, took more time to warm up and finished off the board. Second race, the St. Paddy Plate, to be run over 6 furlong. Number 1 is By the Bay, who ran in race number 161 over a 7 furlong trip. Ridden vigorously with a black and gold sash. After being very prominent, could not hold on for long and gave up in the last 100 meters to finish 8th. A notable second on its first run, where it got beat on the post by Unsung Hero by nose. Later on 4th to One Wish, but this run was not so good. And Georgia Page, the winner of race number 168, tackled NRI Millennium, went stride for stride, slightly lugging in. You can see the rider pulling it on the outside so that it will not brush the runner on the inside, and got the win by a neck. Gets a penalty of 8 points is Georgia Page. This was the first win for her. And we go to number 3, Top Diamond, ran in race number 158. This was a fancy runner in race number 158, Top Diamond. And after finishing third to Miraya by a close neck and neck, but here could not be there. Up with the pace, but backed off in the last 100 meters and finished 10th out of just beating one home in a field of 11 was Top Diamond. Hot Seat and Costello are the two runners who ran in race number 174. Coming after a break was Costello, who ran in race number 6, then it took a break, set back, ran in race number 168, finishing 6th to Georgia Peach. But here motors were totally different for Costello, who accelerated well to get a win of half a length from Pacific Command, whereas Hot Seat, on the other hand, was behind the field, finishing 8th. Number 6, Archangels, ran in race number 157 over a distance of 6 furlong. Winner was Indy, who was leading all the way, got a win of 2 1/4 length. But looking at the runs of Archangels, nothing much impressive to say, having 6 starts off the board in all the 6 starts, so retained at the same rating of 31. Number 7, Exotic Dancer, ran in race number 171. The leader in the straight was Exotic Dancer, but the one who caught my eye, NRI Touch, came with a very powerful surge, tackling Exotic Dancer, fighting for a while, stride for stride at the post. Beating off Exotic Dancer by half a length was NRI Touch, but still Exotic Dancer ran a hell of a race. Number 12, Desi, and number 8, Star Cruise, also coming for scrutiny. They ran in race number 178, which was won by Nolan. First run of Desi, so nothing much to say about this runner. Whereas Star Cruise, on the other hand, after two dismal performance, little improvement shown here, finishing 5th behind a good runner, Nolan, who won it by 4 lengths. Number 7 is Ibuck. This is race number 189, which was won by Lockstiller, whereas Ibuck covered enormous ground, but still, winner was too good, stretching it out to a win of 3.5 lengths, whereas the strides of Ibuck, who was battling on with the other runner on the outside of the stablemate of the winner, was eye-catching, but still could not bridge the gap and settled for second, up by 3 points. Golden Forza ran in race number 182 in a 6 furlong trip, which was won by Miss Little Angel. Here, Golden Forza could not get his favourite position of the leader because missed the start by a couple of lengths. Later on, urged a lot and came powerfully, finishing 4th. Number 11, Bizer. First run of Bizer in race number 152. So debut was not so good because finishing 14th out of 14 behind hashtag. That's a run of Bizer. You can see on the top half with the red cap, even the pushed hands and heels, the horse did not muster well all the way in the straight, finishing far behind the field, finishing 14th of 14, retained at the same rating of 27. The third race of the afternoon is the Frankel Plate to be run over a mile in category 2 for maiden horses 3-year-olds only. Number 1, Canterbury, who ran in race number 187, finished 7 to Bellagio. When you look at the form of Canterbury, who is already having 6 runs, starting from the debut in race number 44, finished on 10 to Ballerina. Later on, twice 6th, 5th, then twice 7th. After 5th, did not improve because ran over a little shorter distance. Mile ran 5th, whereas 7 furlong trips, both the time 7th. Number 3, Great Guns, ran a hell of a race. Did all efforts to catch True Icon, who was too good on the day, but could not match the speed of the winner and settled into second. Came from behind was Great Guns. This is the first run, so might have improved after this run is Great Guns. Number 4, My Way or Highway. In the mid group, in a field of 9, where you can see first 5, another 5 lengths behind these 5 was My Way or Highway, whereas Carlisle was the eventual winner. And going by the form of My Way or Highway on debut, did not muster after being, well, 5th till the last 100 meters, packed off to finish 9th out of 10 runners, just beating 1 home. Number 5 is Sunday Picnic. This is race number 15, where it did not run well. Sunday Picnic, so did not finish the course after jumping out. This was won by Neglect Me Not. Sunday Picnic in red, white sash, dark blue sleeves on the outside. Just stopped galloping after crossing the first 100 meters. Number 6, Turgut, and number 9, Pleroma are the runners who ran in race number 150, which was won by Sensibility. Sensibility had a sizable lead and kept on going with a good lead of about 2 3/4 of a length at the post, whereas Pleroma was made to do too much to bridge the gap. Earlier third, on that third finished 5 lengths behind Arthur, but here third by a margin of again 5 lengths to Sensibility, whereas Turgut, on the other hand, on debut finished 12th out of 14 runners. Number 7, Carnival Lady. This is the horse improving in every run, we can say, because first run 4th to Almaz by a margin of distance. Then fancied well, but that time met a couple of runners better. Finished 4th to Ashwashirwal by a margin of 6.5 lengths. Here third by 5.5 lengths to the Akhanda. 8, Ella Eldinger, and 11, Voice of a Dream. They ran in race number 166. Even Voice of a Dream showing a lot of improvement. After finishing third on debut by a margin of 7 lengths to the Image, here second by 7 lengths to NRI Superpower, whereas Ella Eldinger having 2 runs. First run came in a million, where it finished on 7th to Arabian. Then here finished on 6th in a mile trip to NRI Superpower. That was Arabian Queen, where it finished on 7th on debut, but here finished a far away 6th. Speaking of Lao, number 10 in the card, ran in race number 183. Little expectation was on this runner after finishing second to Sensibility by 2 and 3/4 of a length, but here Arcana bolted and was off and gone in the last 100 meters with a win of 10 lengths, and finishing third is Speaking of Love. Fourth race of the afternoon is the second division of the Telangana Racehorse Owners Association Cup to be run over 6 furlong in category 2. We start off with Amaira. Amaira and Beauty on Parade, they ran in race number 170 when Beauty on Parade has just taken the charge, challenged by Amaira. They went stride for stride, but overawed by Mineli. When you look at Manili with a couple of backhanders, swarmed these two runners, where these two runners were forced to settle for the minor placings, with Amaira getting second, whereas Beauty on Parade lost his third position to Hashtag, who came on the outside to get it by half a length better of Beauty on Parade. Kingston and Live Song, they ran in race number 147, which was won by Amaira. So after winning this race, Amaira ran second to Manili. So good consistency maintained by Amaira. Here look at Amaira on a start to finish bid, whereas in chase is Kingston, who was running second, moved up a place to run second now. Whereas Live Song, on the other hand, started on a winning note of the season, then second, then fifth here. NRI Vision and Tomorrow's Dreams are the two runners who ran in race number 128, which was won by House of Diamonds. Whereas House of Diamonds produced on the outside, when NRI Vision and Tomorrow's Dreams, they started to battle it out with a couple of front runners, but too good on the day was House of Diamonds, who got the race by a length, and NRI Vision, hard ridden but still lost even the minor placings when the other two challengers came beautifully on the outside, and Tomorrow's Dreams settled for fourth. Number 5, Full Volume. Number 7, Angelita. They ran in race number 177, which was won by Count of Savoy. Easy win for Count of Savoy, who took the charge after being urged and responded well to the urging, drew away by 2.5 lengths. Full Volume, on the other hand, finished on 7th, whereas Angelita missed the start badly. Later on, pushed hard, came and finished 8th. Shazam ran in race number 191, which was won by Soloist over 7 furlong. Soloist had a sizable lead in the straight and extended lead to win by 5.5 lengths. Very easy win. Whereas Shazam, on the other hand, after finishing 4th and 5th, this particular run in a 7 furlong trip, extra 200 meters, could not stay on and packed off to finish 9th. Gets a drop of 1 point. Number 10, Different, ran in race number 130, which was won by Trump Star. Overalling the front runners, Trump Star with a backhander, accelerating well to get a win of 2 lengths. But look at Different, the fancied runner, warmed up very late, literally late, to finish 7th. And gets a drop of 2 points for finishing 7th behind Trump Star. Fifth race of this Monday meeting is the Elusive Pimpernel Plate to be run over a mile in category 3. Number 1, Isra, and number 6, Silver Bells. They ran in race number 153, which was won by Grand Duke. This is where Isra won this race. This is race number 153, whereas Miss Little Angel was having a sizable lead. Rider of Miss Little Angel lost his whip at around 400 meters, whereas Isra came with a very powerful run to nail down Miss Little Angel on the post by a nose. So good win for Miss Little Angel Isra, having an encore, earlier winner of a mile, beating Silver Bells, whereas Silver Bells this time also could not muster well, finished on 4th. The next runner is Mireya. This race was won by Iceberry over a 2,000 meter trip, so shorter trip for Mireya from 2,000 back to mile. Earlier winner over 5.5 furlong. It was the longest dividend, highest dividends paid for that win. Later on finished on 2nd to Nolan, but here I think the distance could not be of his choice. We go to 4 runners, Wallop and Gallop, Southern Act, Arrowtown winning streak. The winner was Grand Duke. So Wallop and Gallop produced very wide. Rider reported the horse was hanging in, so he went for the whip on the left, whereas winning streak had a sizable lead. Look at the lead it was having, but beaten by Grand Duke on the post. Whereas Fought for a while in the last 100 meters, stride for stride, ridden hard to get a win, was winning streak, but the Grand Duke better of the two, stretching out to win it by 2 lengths. The other runner was Southern Act, earlier 2000 meter third to Iceberry, close third, but here could not reproduce that run from mile and a half going to mile. And Aeroton, on the other hand, after two good runs, seconds to New Hustle and WhatsApp J, over 2000 as well as 9 furlong, mile and a half, took time to warm up, got interfered in the early part of the race and finished on 5th. Dylan ran in race number 100, that winner, beating Char Ek Char by 2 1/4 length. Later on has got withdrawn twice and had a mock race on 9th of this month where it finished on 2nd to Silk Route 06 furlong. Number 8 is I Am Superman, turned out to be Superman finally after having 3 runs off the board. Then here came and won over a mile, beating Royal Avenger by half a length. Even the old one, Royal Avenger, put in a best run to finish second, getting a penalty of 8 points and going up in classes. I Am Superman. Number 10, Gurbaz, and number 11, Lightning Power are the runners who ran in race number 188. Of the two, the best one is Gurbaz, who finished on 4th. Consistency is there in this runner. Thrice 4th in 7 starts, once 5th. Behind Costello here, 4 to Warrior Invictus, whereas Lightning Power, on the other hand, never in the frame in the last 7 runs this season. Gets a drop of 2 points. The feature event of the afternoon is the first division of the Telangana Racehorse Owners Association Cup to be run over 6 furlong for horses rated 40 to 65. Number 1, Stunning Force. Number 7, Rising Queen. They ran in race number 160, which was won by Super Angel. Soloist was having a lead, where the stablemate Super Angel came powerfully on the outside to get this race by 2 1/4 lengths, whereas Stunning Force was very prominent, fell back to finish 6th. And the other hand, Rising Queen was the one who did not reproduce that run what she won in race number 147. Last 3 runs of Rising Queen are not so good to consider. Number 2 is Trumstar, the eventual winner. Took time to overall the leader, that was DRD, and accelerated well with a runner. Bridging the gap was Mark My Day. Trumstar safe home by 2 lengths, gets a penalty of 8 points for this win. Number 3 is Green Turf, race number 86, the eventual winner. A long shot one here, Green Turf, after battling for a while, then accelerated well, but it was Mirana who caught my eye, coming charging on the outside, and Green Turf needed to pull out that extra in the reserve to hold on from the fast finishing Mirana by a neck. So gets a penalty of 8 points. Number 4 is Unsung Hero, produced wide in race number 135. This was won by Naughty Dancer, earlier winner, beating Chuck It by a neck. Later on here, what we are seeing is race number 135, which was an easy win for Naughty Dancer, taken to Chennai for the invitation weekend, but got withdrawn there, and after that run did not totally take part in the invitation weekend. Number 5 is Keystone, who ran in race number 161 over 7 furlong, ridden out but still took time to warm up and came and finished 5th to City of Blessing, who got the race close home by a neck, nose and half a length. It was good go, whereas little late was Keystone, earlier a notable second to Naughty Dancer. Number 6 is NRI Touch, the eventual winner, came powerfully on the outside with the Exotic Dancer having a very good lead of about more than 5, but with a terrific run, NRI Touch came and overall Exotic Dancer on the post by a half length, so gets a penalty of 7 points and also goes up in class. Number 8 Blissful, number 10 Gusty Note, number 9 Hashtag, and number 11 Sporting Smile are the runners. They all ran in race number 170, which was won by Manili. So Manili very wide. We have seen this run with Amaira also getting very contentious, and Blissful, who was the leader, gave up in the last 200 meters, and Hashtag is the one who caught my eye, covered enormous ground to finish a notable third behind Manili. Sporting Smile, on the other hand, off the board, finishing 14th. Gusty Note finishing 11th. So Sporting Smile gets a drop of 2 points. 7th race is the Harvine Plate to be run over 7 furlong. Number 1, Cheltenham. Number 4, Royal Pal. Number 9, Royal Girl are the runners. They ran in race number 175 over a mile, which was won by Star Babe. Star Babe trying to tackle Royal Pal, whereas Cheltenham, the leader till the turn, gave up in the straight and packed off to finish 5th. Whereas Royal Girl covered a little bit of ground to come and finish 4th. On the other hand, Royal Pal, who fought for a while with Star Babe, could not throw a challenge more, so just finished on 3rd by a margin of 5 lengths, up by 1 point. Number 2, Kirkwoman. Number 3, Bloom Buddy. They ran in race number 158, which was won by Prime Gardenia. When you look at Bloom Buddy, ridden vigorously, this was interfered earlier in the early part of the race, but in the straight, ridden hard. By the time Prime Gardenia zipped into the lead to get it by half a length, and Bloom Buddy finished on 7th. And the one more runner who ran in 158 was Kirkwoman, who was wide and finished on 8th. Number 5 is Grand Finale. This is the horse who got planted in race number 171 and jumped out very late and finished the race way behind the field. Earlier two runs finished on 2nd over a sprint as well as mile. Number 6, Call of the Blue. After coming down in class, got a win finally, beating Fly to the Stars, who was bridging the gap in every stride, managed to hold on by half a length better of Fly to the Stars at the post, so getting a penalty of 8 points, again goes up in class, but has not performed well in a higher class. Call of the Blue in 5 starts. Number 7, Explosive, and number 11, Sorry Darling, along with number 12, NRI Gift. They all ran in race number 186. This race was won by Dunkirk over mile. Earlier, Explosive, impressive winner, beating Acadian Angel. Then in a higher class, ran to the front. Earlier run came from behind, but here dashed to the front, but backed off in the last 100 meters, whereas Dunkirk came with a very impressive win. And the other runner who ran in race number 186, Sorry Darling, unlucky in many starts, we can say, knocking at the door, yet to stand in the winner circle. And one more runner who ran in race number 186, NRI Gift, finished after winning 2 races. This did not run in a higher class, did not do good. Prime Gardenia finished on 10th in race number 190, which was won by Thunder Road. Look at Prime Gardenia behind the field and finishing 10th. Number 10 is Forever Bond. This is a 1.5 mile run. Forever Bond, even the accelerated well, looking for a gap between the runners but could not get it. He was pulled out, accelerated, but winner was too good. That was Grand Duke, who got beating off winning streak by 2 lengths. Further 2 lengths behind, Forever Bond filled up the frame, finishing 3rd. NRI Blue, this is the horse which did not finish the race. In race number 144, it was found to have bursted blood vessels, where the rider stopped riding in the last 200 meters and got off his mount. Number 14 is Storyteller, race number 172, finishing 3rd, up with the pace when Ashwa Sultan, overall the leader, and Storyteller settled for 3rd place, 1.25 length behind the winner. Last race of the Monday meeting is a Roman jump plate to be run over 7 furlong for horses rated up to 25. Number 1 is Grey Hawk. Between the runners, the Grey running 6th, and further fell back to a couple of places to finish 8th behind Loris. But this runner initially missed the start by a couple of lengths, then urged a lot, came up with the pace, ran 3rd till the turn, chasing the leaders, backed off in the last 100 meters. Number 2, NRI Ruby. Number 8, Berkeley. Number 14, Astronaut. Number 9, Golden Amaris are the runners, with Golden Amaris being a back marker. Let's not consider that horse finished 12th out of 12th, and NRI Ruby finished on 5th. This was the fancied runner, whereas Call of the Blue shot into the lead with the Fly to the Stars charging on the outside, and Astronaut among the 3 was the one who caught my eye between the runners, challenging Call of the Blue, ridden vigorously, but still Call of the Blue was better, and Fly to the Stars also joining the issue and beating off Astronaut for the runner-up berth by 2 lengths, whereas NRI Ruby did not muster at any part of the race. Earlier a good second to Ashwa Sultan by a neck. The one more runner in race number 180 was Golden Amaris. As I said, he was a back marker all the way. So finishing 12th out of 12 was Golden Amaris. Even earlier runs has finished way behind the field. 11th out of 11th twice, and even 12th out of earlier 13 runners. Number 3, Sport on Fire, and number 13, Tales of a Legend are the runners. They ran in race number 189 over a sprint, and Tales of a Legend finished on 7th. Still a maiden is Tales of a Legend, whereas Sport on Fire, even this runner maiden, but comparing its earlier runs, little improvement shown here, where it finished on 14th, 12th and 11th, here 8th. On the other hand, Tales of a Legend, last 4 runs, 13th, 7th, 6th and 7th. The winner was Lockstella, who won it by 3.5 lengths. Syra ran in race number 171 and finished on 8th with a drop of 1 point, has come down in class. Earlier runs of Syra, a notable one was race number 90, where it finished next second to Miss Little Angel, 4th to Loris, that's a good one, and here 4th to Charik Cha by a margin of 2.5 lengths, but here could not reproduce that run and finished on 8th, gets a drop of 1 point. Akash, number 5 in the card, produced wide and ridden hard. Even though picked up momentum, it was very late as Ashwa Sultan got the race on the inside, and Akash hurried up to finish 6th, earlier 7th. So considering the runs where it had finished 13th, 12th, 7th, 10th, 7th, slight improvement of Akash to finish 6th. Number 6 is Challenger, who ran in race number 164. This was a long time leader, then pushed hands and heels by an apprentice who is still claiming 5 kilos, but that was not good enough to stay in the lead, as overall by the one more runner, that was Acadian Angel, and Explosive burst into the lead, but Challenger, however, managed to finish 3rd by a margin of 2 3/4 of a length, gets a penalty of 2 points. Number 7, Arba Wahed Arba. Number 11, Red River are the runners who ran in race number 169. Red River was a long time leader, challenged by a couple of runners. NRI gave best of the lot to get it by 2 lengths, and Red River finished on 7th, whereas Arba Wahed Arba, even though picked up momentum in the middle part of the race, then fell back to finish 9th. Number 10 is NRI City, who ran in race number 192, finishing 10-2. Princess Shania. Very easy win for Princess Shania by 6 3/4 of a length, where rider just having look over his shoulders to see how far he is from the rest of the field, and he was very confident, so he eased up his mount to get a win of nearly 7 lengths. NRI City, on the other hand, way behind to finish 10th out of 10 runners. Number 12 is Star Vault, who ran in race number 181. When you draw a line with the other runs of Star Vault, this is extremely well, we can say, because a close 3rd, just a half a length next separating 3 runners, whereas other runs totally off the board. Improved very well is Star Vault and gets a penalty of 1 point for this 3rd. So we wind up the preview of today's races. We'll be joining you for the last day of the season that will fall on 17th. So until then, good luck and bye-bye for now.